$765 million. Christmas came early for Mets fans in the form of Juan Soto down the chimney from Santa Claus himself, aka Daddy Cohen. Yankees fans are losing their minds on social media, and one crazy take I've seen so far from Yankees fans is that they're claiming Juan Soto is a traitor and that Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole, they're loyal and they prefer legacy over money, that they took team-friendly discounts to stay with the Yankees. I didn't know that the Yankees were the Cleveland Guardians, that they needed discounts to re-sign or sign free agent superstars. I thought they were the Yankees and they could just buy everyone. Apparently it's not the 90s or the early 2000s anymore. We're living in a different era of Yankee baseball, and this is not coming from me. This is coming from the majority of Yankees fans that aren't delusional and living in the past. Now, ranting aside, I do want to show a quick clip from Jon Heyman, who allegedly pulled aside Juan Soto after the World Series, and he was able to get Juan to admit that the Yankees didn't really show his family a lot of respect. Again, this is all alleged according to Jon Heyman, but this is what Jon had to say about why he thinks the Yankees lost some footing in the Juan Soto sweepstakes.
One little issue, and I asked Juan Soto about this after they lost the World Series. I took him aside and asked him. There was one little issue with the Yankees where a security guard booted either his mother or his father out of some area. And there were some negative feelings at that moment. Now, this, I think, is back in April or May, and the same guy did it to his driver and chef, and the chef had to wait, and driver had to wait out in the rain. And, I mean, Soto is a family guy. He was not too happy at the time.
When you add that on top of the fact that Bryce Harper literally admitted that he grew up a Yankees fan, and they didn't even call him, let me repeat that, the New York Yankees didn't even call Bryce Harper when he became a free agent. You remember the fact that they didn't get Manny Machado, Corey Seager, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Juan Soto. We're the Yankees that we grew up with. This is weird. George Steinbrenner would be ashamed of the fact that the Yankees need discounts to get loyalty. I know it sounds like I'm being harsh on Yankees fans, but Yankees fans are being harsh on themselves and their franchise as well. They're not stupid. They can see the writing on the wall. But anyways, let me get back to the Juan Soto Mets contract. So again, it starts off as a 15-year, $765 million contract. That is $51 million per season, which is insane, but that can jump to $55 million a season after 2029 if he opts back in. So if he stays with the Mets all 15 years, it will jump up to an $805 million contract. The 15 years is already the longest in MLB history, but the $805 million would easily be the most for any professional athlete ever. Now let's see what the Yankees brought to the table. They offered 16 years at about $750-ish to $760 million. So it's not like they got beat by $250 million or anything like that. That is an ungodly offer, and to be honest with you, pretty dang fair. It's just that Daddy Cohen, who literally admitted that buying the Mets was a philanthropic charity move. I mean, listen to this. No one was going to beat this guy in spending.
I don't care about the cost side. I mean, I think over time,
But do you think you don't think about this as philanthropic, do you?
I do.
You do?
That's why I bought the team, okay? Well, that's exactly why I bought the team. And I said in my original press conference, if I can make millions of people happy, how cool is that? And so I actually view it as a civic responsibility.
Perhaps that's why jerseys are being burned. You can see that Yankees fans are doing the most right now. They're cursing him out left and right. It really feels like Johnny Damon going to the Yankees or Jacoby Ellsbury going to the Yankees. But the thing that they're just casually leaving out is that Juan Soto was very much a rental, which hurts even more because Michael King, if you guys did not know, since the beginning of 2023, he leads all qualified pitchers, starting pitchers, in ERA. I mean, he's a dog. Again, I know that might sound like I'm rubbing it in, but my thoughts, I love Juan Soto. He is a once-in-a-lifetime player, but to kind of be objective and fair, at least to me, I mean, I'm wearing Christmas pajamas. I'm a college dropout who's just a baseball fan. Take my opinion with a grain of salt, but this is an overpay 1,000%. Juan Soto is a generational hitter. The defense is not there. He's not Mike Trout out there, and he's getting almost double what Mike Trout got. Okay, that's being very dramatic and hyperbolic. He didn't get almost double, but you know what I'm trying to say. Mike Trout in his prime got about $400 million. Juan Soto gets almost 800. It can be 800 if he stays with them all 15 years. Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, 5-tool athletes. Juan Soto is not a 5-tool baseball player. Even the most delusional Mets fan can tell you that. But it just seems like everyone is overpaying. Luis Severino got overpaid. Frankie Montas got overpaid. Yusei Kikuchi got overpaid. Juan Soto is going to get overpaid. And you know who benefits the most from all of this madness? No one from this year's free agency. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The Blue Jays have completely fumbled his situation. He's going to be a free agent next season. If Juan Soto is getting $765 million as a generational pantheon type player. Vladdy, I mean, his floor could be $500 million. He'll be 26 years old by the time that he's a free agent, and he just had a monster year. If he somehow improves on that, it could be more than $500 million. I am jumping through so many hoops right now, but that's just because I have so much on my mind right now. We've talked about Jon Heyman and the fact that Juan Soto felt like his family got slighted by the Yankee security. Bryce Harper admitted that the Yankees didn't even call him. Let's just move aside from the Yankees and focus on the Mets real quick. Francisco Lindor to Juan Soto is going to feed families as a duo. You have Mark Vientos, Brandon Nimmo, who is not only a power threat, but he gets on base with the walks as well. Jeff McNeil, he had a big power second half. He was awful in the first half. And who knows, maybe Brett Baty wakes up and figures out his swing at the big league level if Pete Alonso leaves. So you move Mark Vientos to first base. You have Brett Baty at third base. Maybe he figures it out and pops off. Imagine if that happened. Now, that only happens if the polar bear Pete Alonso leaves, and I've seen some Yankees fans saying we should pivot to go get Pete Alonso. Don't get the Mets sloppy seconds. Go get Christian Walker. But again, we'll talk about the Yankees in a moment. On paper, I'm still going to take the Phillies. I'm still going to take the Dodgers. Juan Soto is a big-time get, but you have to look at that rotation and be objective. Talking about the Mets rotation, you have to go get one more lead arm. I don't know if that's Corbin Burns. I don't know if that's Max Fried, but if you have Frankie Montas as your number 2 hitter and you're relying on Clay Holmes to become the next Seth Lugo or a Michael King, maybe he does it. But when you go Kodai Senga, who is a bona fide ace, I love him. When you go Kodai Senga, Frankie Montas, David Peterson, I think that's his name, you have Clay Holmes and Paul Blackburn, that's not going to cut it in the playoffs. I'm sorry. And it's not like the Mets have some crazy good farm system or anything like that. It's good, and when you compare it to the Yankees, it is better. But let's stop pretending that Juan Soto went to the Mets because he believes that the top prospects and the core lineup and rotation of the Mets are significantly better than the Yankees. Let's just stop overcomplicating all of this stuff. He got more money, $805 million. You guys would trade jobs and move to a different city for a $5 an hour promotion. Stop. All this loyalty stuff, go get your bag. Just kind of insane that some people are still bootlicking billionaire owners and pretending like these superstars need to take discounts. No, keep elevating the pay potential. That's why we don't have a salary cap. If you've performed like a superstar, you get paid like a superstar. It's huge that he went to the Mets, but I feel like the biggest topic of today's video is going to be what's happening with the Yankees. Are they the Yankees of past? Are they running off nostalgia fumes and it's not working anymore? They're going to have to pivot, and let's talk about that right now. 760 million big ones is a lot to pay for one single human, and now they can divvy that up and give it to multiple older all-stars. The context is that all of these guys are going to be 30 plus years old. Maybe Alex Bregman goes to play second base. I mean, he just won a Gold Glove at third base, but after Jazz got over the kind of early yips of being a brand new third baseman because he's never played there, he was actually very good defensively. I would probably move Jazz back to second base and put Bregman at third base if they do that. I would also go grab a Christian Walker. If you can go Bregman, Volpe, Jazz, and Walker as an infield, you have power and defense. That's pretty dang good. But what's most likely going to happen now is that Aaron Judge is not going to be forced to play center field. At least this is my little fuzzy opinion, my humble opinion. He's going to move back to right field where he was a Gold Glover type of right fielder. He's insane over there. Jason can play center field. Maybe they call up Spencer Jones, and I know he's a strikeout machine because he's 6'7", but he's a supreme athlete. He's 6'6", 6'7", runs like a deer. The strikeouts are going to be there. He's almost like the lefty Aaron Judge with speed, but imagine if that sort of comp comes to fruition and he performs like a rookie of the year. Maybe they go Alex Bregman, Christian Walker, and Corbin Burns. Maybe they go Corbin Burns and Max Fried, and they rely on their internal pieces because it seems like the Yankees, they really like building up players like an Austin Wells and Anthony Volpe and Aaron Judge, and it seems like they want to prove that they can develop guys because for a while it seems like they couldn't. So what's the fallback option for the Yankees? Because the Mets are playing Grinch. They stole Christmas. Oh, you thought that we were done with free agency moves? No, Michael Conforto and Blake Treinen have signed brand new deals. So from a new Met, Juan Soto, to a former Met, Michael Conforto, I forgot how good he was as a rookie, a 130 OPS plus, and then he hit almost 340 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in the 2015 World Series. He's found a new team. He's a Dodger. Conforto had 27 home runs and a 148 OPS plus in 2017. He had 28 home runs in 2018, then beat his home run total again. He had 33 in 2019 before shoulder issues really hampered his overall power numbers and his bat speed. His exit velocities and hard hit percentage fell off a cliff in 2023 when he came back after that surgery with the Giants, but in 2024, those came back with a vengeance. He struck out a good amount, but the bat speed is elite. Also back in his prime, operative and keyword prime, he was a very, very capable defender. Outs above average, absolutely loved him. He was a stud out there in the outfield. Again, time away from baseball and the shoulder issues have kind of hampered him of his athleticism, but he showed some promise in terms of the exit velocities just last year. The Dodgers are crossing their fingers and giving Michael Conforto $17 million and hoping that they can get a Jason Hayward type resurgence out of him. Just one single season, pop-off king. They're cool with that. And last but not least, one more Dodgers move. Blake Treinen, the near 37-year-old, he got paid. He gets $22 million for the next 2 seasons. And if you guys don't remember how good he was with the A's, he had a 0.78, basically an Emmanuel Clase season for the A's back in 2018. And then he fell off after that. And then he found his groove with the Dodgers all over again. A 2.2 ERA since joining LA. He doesn't throw as hard, but he doesn't have to because that sweeper, it still sweeps. And last but not least, some feel-good stories. Dick Allen and Dave Parker are going into the Hall of Fame. Finally, Dick Allen, he was a Rookie of the Year, the 1972 AL MVP. He has a career .912 OPS and a 61 FWAR. What took so long? Dave Parker, same thing. He had a legendary arm. He had 22 outfield assists back in 1977. Oh, by the way, he's one of 10 outfielders ever with 500 doubles, 300 home runs, and 150 stolen bases. Some of the others in that conversation, Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr. It's about time these guys got in. That does it for today's recap. This was so much fun. If you guys enjoyed, do me a favor, leave a like and subscribe. We post these update videos and news breakdowns almost every single day. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support. Catch you in the next one.